The most important thing in life is to not have the most, but to need the least. In today's video, we're going to be diving into a thread by Dan Martell, and that's the one I just quoted. Dan Martell is a serial entrepreneur who runs multi-million dollar businesses. Great guy. I've been learning a lot from him. He only recently came onto my radar, but since then I've been taking a lot of the practices he applies in his business, and I've been working on infusing them into me and my business. So let's go ahead and look at this thread and let's really break down what he's saying here. He says the most important thing in life is not to have the most, but instead to need the least. I gotta agree with this one, and here's why. When you're looking at entrepreneurship, ultimately you're looking at a game of sacrifice. It's how can I sacrifice today for a better tomorrow? How can I essentially go without eating a little bit longer? And what do I mean by that? I'm not saying to like starve yourself and to not even have a desire for more, because if you read the words, he's not saying it's not to want the least, it's to need the least. Arguably, the person who doesn't need as much resources, the person who doesn't need as much money, the person who doesn't need as much accolades, and who doesn't need as much attaboys can go much further in the game. When you're playing this game and you're the person that can essentially just continue to focus on doing the work and giving more to others and really spreading the wealth and sharing the wealth, you in yourself will grow more wealthy in business. It's very, very interesting how this occurs. One of my very first mentors, a guy by the name of Pip Stellick, he told me that the more you can focus on spreading the wealth and the more you can give to others, the more successful you will become. Now, if you needed a lot, like let's just say, for example, that I'm going to use a simple dollar amount here. Let's say your living expenses cost you $1,000 per month and you need that thousand in order to survive, and you're only making $1,500. It's really hard for you to find it in your pocket to give to others, to make them incentivized to want to work with you and grow you. But let's say your living expenses are down to $200, right? And you're still making the same $1,500. You now have $1,300 to spread and to share with everyone else because you need less. Your life actually can improve so much more exponentially the less you need, because by comparison, the more you have is going to feel like more because your need threshold is always so little. Analyze that. Think about that. Ask yourself right now, is it possible that I'm looking at some of the things in my life that I currently have, that I'm currently desiring, that those are wants and not necessarily needs? Your needs will get met, but is it also possible for me for a time to reduce the needs, to actually reduce how much of the attaboys do I need? How much recognition do I need in order to get the work done? Can I just get the work done? Can I make doing the work in and of itself the prize, the reward? Can I make serving others the prize, the reward? Can I make just showing up each day and giving it my all the prize, the reward? If you can, I guarantee you that you will become more successful in comparison to a person who is constantly needing to get to the next thing. So again, like just look at this quote one last time. The most important thing in life is not to have the most, but to need the least. Let me know in the comments below, do you agree with Dan Martell on this particular thread? I love this one. It was a really, really good one. So let me know in the comments below. And again, if you got value from this video, be sure to share it with a friend.